Hello, everyone. Today I want to talk a little bit about maturity and just getting that maturity over the years. Um, so the way I used to think, or it's kind of the way I still think now, um, I want to be, as mature as I can for my age as possible. Like, I'm not saying I am, there's so much that there is to know, and so much that probably will never be known. But I want to try to gain as much insight as I can, just like a straight, just to get like kind of like a start, a quick like a jump start ahead of like other people in a way. Um, I just like learning new things often every day. Um, and what I realized though, um, perhaps if you get carried away trying to be as mature as you can for your age to such an extent, then I believe you're kind of missing out. You're missing out on the you're missing out on being immature. Like you're missing out on actually living your life at that age. And I'm not saying I'm like mature or anything, but because obviously, no, there's a lot I need to learn. But like, I believe trying to gain, you know, that trying so hard to just know everything, or even if it's not everything, just knowing as much as you can, it's you got to take a step back and realize there's a lot of things that, although it's good to know early on, you kind of get distracted with yourself, and you won't, you know, you avoid the learning process that will occur over the years, like uh, from your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, so on. And if you just focus on trying to do everything early on, like trying to learn as much as you can, like learning is good, but like if you if you're trying to get that level, kind of accelerate, um, to such an extent, like I think there's like a little bit of an issue because y- you kind of like it's a I think there's like a really good thing about just not knowing much, just being ignorant about some things. And I think that needs a little bit more appreciation because because I don't think learning things should be rushed. It should be taken at a pace where is is productive, but it won't, kind of hinder your experience when you're in your younger years. Like just to it's good to get like ahead if you just want to know some stuff, but and learning things every day obviously is great, but I think there's such a point where just to take a step back, just to not overthink about things, and over just contemplate and just realize that there's lessons that you really just will learn once the time passes, right? And to try to, you know, enforce these lessons on as early as possible. It's not there's some there's some good to it, but it's not gonna you're not gonna be as prepared as you are until you actually go through it. So experiencing that learning lessons by experiencing them is way better than trying to learn them just early on when you haven't even had that life experience yet. So I think there we should, not think so hard about what's gonna happen and just understand that we will learn them. We'll learn these valuable lessons eventually once the time comes, and it's not super crucial to just understand as much as we can immediately. And I think this will probably, you know, just help us feel more relaxed. We don't have to. We're not gonna figure everything out, so might as well just enjoy it. Enjoy the time we have. And there's actually a great virtue to just being immature in some things. Um, because if we know everything, then what's the point of living? Not that we will know everything, but that the more you know, the more you know, the closer you are, I guess. I mean, you'll never really be close to knowing everything, but once you reach a point where you know a bunch of stuff, you know, it's just more interesting to just learn something for the first time. And I mean, you could always learn new things, which is cool, but it's important not to rush it. It's important to understand that sometimes being immature or feeling immature is good. It's okay. It's like it's not a terrible thing. So just don't get I don't need to say this for myself because I think that's what I've been doing quite often. Like but I will say this to like you guys too. Just we just need to not think about it so much and take advice, of course. That's always useful, but the best advice is probably learned a little bit later in life, and I think it's important to actually just be happy where we are and don't there's no rush that's needed. No rush is needed in our life. So if we can understand that, I think we'll be just happier in general. Just enjoy life as it's going and enjoy being in this like position of ignorance in this very moment, because eventually you won't be as ignorant and you'll kind of maybe reminisce on the times where you were. So I think it's just important to realize that. That's the video I want to make for today. I hope you have a great rest of your day.